Hey guys, welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy whatever day it is. I'm pre-recording this, so I am not sure which day, probably a Wednesday. It's probably going to be on the 1st. This is the monthly kit. We're going to do watermelon because it's going to be for May, which actually May was the bees. Okay, so here's the funny thing is we do things ahead. So we did the April kit was the bees because I wanted something kind of Mother's Day type thing, but not everybody has a mother still, or not everybody celebrates Mother's Day. So bees is for May, and this is for June. June, watermelon, hello. I didn't want to do beach because not everybody goes to the beach. So anyways, we're doing watermelon. Yay! It's going to be so cute. So this is the insert for the hello sign. We'll take this one down when we get this all glued together. We'll take that down. I also have a little freebie. I try to do a freebie for you guys. There's usually a little bit of wood left in the corner, and I have a little watermelon gnome. If you don't like gnomes, I am sure that you know someone who does. So let's go ahead and get started because, it isn't fun to just talk to myself. Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's entertaining. Anyways, guys, at this point, I am over in Africa somewhere. Hopefully everything is going as planned. And I'm pre-recording all this so that you guys can go ahead and order the kits. It's funny when you leave like that, you have to have the talk with your husband, and I have the talk with my employer and with Tara. Something happened to me while I'm gone. This is what you guys need to do. Because the business needs to go on and life needs to go on. So yeah, it's never a fun topic, but I always make sure that I cover all my bases, make sure everything is taken care of before I leave, so there's no questions. So this is being broadcast onto my private page so that I can so I can upload it. So let me just go over there and check and make sure that everything is going as planned. It is, it's kind of a challenge. Things don't always work the way that you hope that they're going to work when you do things like this. And let me put myself in the corner. I have stuff down on the floor. I was moving stuff around the other day when I was trying to trying to go live straight from Facebook, and it wouldn't let me. So I have stuff down in my corner. Let me put myself up here. How is everybody? Kind of talk amongst yourself since I'm not here. I got so many things done today, but this is the first video, so I'm not sure if I'll get another one done. It is already midnight. And I'm just a little bit crazy. So got these little cute little flowers. We're gonna paint them white, and then we're gonna put little polka dots on them. Yeah, polka dots. That's gonna be super cute. And maybe I should move this down closer so it'll be easier to paint some of this. All right, so we have layers. So here's how it goes. So we have a couple of ants. No uncles, just ants. And here's another flower. These flowers are all white. Okay, those are going up there. And then the rind, okay? And then this is all just painted. So let's see. Maybe I can put these here, and then this rind can go right here. And then I'm going to bring in this is why I wanted to do the gnome, because I knew there would be room on this board. So I have the blocks already cut out. I have all my pictures taken. I got all my peanut stuff cut out. I have pretty much all my ducks in a row, but they're all quacking at the same time saying, do me first, do me first. So the shoes and base, they will be brown and then black, and then hands. Oh gosh, I have to grab my flesh color, which is going to be my warm beige. Oh, actually it says flesh tone. That's an old one. It has to be like 20 years old probably. Okay, I have an ant and another ant. Dun, 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 dun. And a nose, hands and a nose. Okay, and then we have the hat band. We have the hat and our little watermelon, and we have a mustachio. Okay, so We're going to do this gnome pink. It's going to be a girl. So let's just get started. Let's just start up in the corner. And we will get going here. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm not sure how I'm going to work this because I think I'm going to have to upload all of my videos to YouTube before I go because I'm not going to have Wi-Fi over there. It's just not going to happen, guys. That's just the way it is. I'm going to be basically out, like, I'm going to be further than Timbuktu, too. If you know where Timbuktu is, I am going to be further than Timbuktu. I am not counting on having any Wi-Fi on my phone at all. No cell service, nothing. I'm not counting on it because we are going to be basically out in the bushes. Honestly, we're not, half the time we're not going to have electricity. We're going to be taking a bath in a bucket. So it will be okay though. It's all okay. It's all for such a good cause. Some people don't know, why is Darlene going to Africa? Let's talk about that because I got to talk about something because, you know, and some people say, how can you just keep coming up with stuff to talk about? I don't know. I just don't shut up. It's just the way I am. My son was the same way. People would say, does he ever shut up? No, he doesn't. So, and he still probably doesn't. Anyways, it's just my personality. I talk a lot. And sometimes I talk a lot about nothing. So let's talk a little bit about Watts of Love. Why is Darlene going to Africa? I am going with a nonprofit. And, okay, so this is cotton candy. That's warm beige. It's actually flesh tone, but warm beige. Watts of Love is a nonprofit that brings solar lights to countries that do not have electricity. Sometimes they bring solar lights to places that have been like a natural disaster and things like that. But our main focus for Chakator is Malawi, Africa, and I've been there before. I went there. It's been more than 2 years now since I went. Okay, flowers are white. And mustache is white. All these flowers over here are white. Some of my part on my watermelon will be white, but not yet. Not yet. Okay, so they bring solar lights. Why did they do that? Because guess what, guys? There are so many people in the world that do not have electricity. Did you know that? There are many, many nations, many countries that do not have electricity. And so they use kerosene, batteries, candles, and that costs a lot. Plus, kerosene is very damaging to their health. It's like smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. So if you're a child and you're in that, you're probably not going to live a full life. You know, their life expectancy is not anywhere near what ours is. And it's very sad. So we help them. We teach them that they can use the solar light and not have to purchase kerosene, batteries, or candles. And then we teach them to take that money. The box that the solar light comes in actually has a slit on the top, and that is their piggy bank. For a lot of them, that's the very first time they've ever opened a box. We teach them how to open a box, and then everything is in plastic bags. So we teach them how to open that. Most of them use their teeth. And we teach them that the money that they are saving from not having to buy the kerosene, batteries, or candles, it depends on where they're at, what they use. Okay, so different tribes use different things. So we teach them that they can use that money, save it up in their little box, and guess what? Eventually, they have enough to get a chicken or to get medication for their child. And here's the key. The first goal for most of them should be a chicken. Why? Why should it be a chicken? Okay, this is just black. We're going to paint all of our ants that need to be black. Why should it be a chicken? Well, because chickens lay eggs. And what can you do with the eggs? Well, you can let them hatch into baby chickens, or you can sell the eggs. So chickens are a really good start. So you can sell the eggs, and then get more chickens, or you can let them hatch and grow, and you sell those baby chicks, chick here and a chick there. Pretty soon you got a chick everywhere, and literally, some people have thousands of chickens. So they sell that, and then eventually they can get a goat. And guess what? A goat gives them milk, so they can sell the milk, and they can also have baby goats. So there you go. They are starting to build a business just like that. Just like that. All of a sudden, they have a business going, and they didn't even know it. They had no idea that they were going to create a business and be able to save money and be able to do these things for their family. They never had a dream. Okay, so we teach them to dream. We actually have a little sheet of paper. I don't have one handy. Who knows where they're at? I will have to bring one back from when I go. And the sheet, oops, I only need to do the center part. I got to be really careful with that. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of red there just to do the center. I'm going to grab a smaller brush to do that. And so we teach them on the sheet of paper with pictures that no more batteries, no more kerosene, and that money goes in the box, and then you can do this. And so we have them say, what do they want to do? What is their dream? Is their dream to have a business? Is their dream to go to school and become a teacher? Is their dream to be able to put their children through school? We have it so good over here, guys. We really do. We have it better than, people complain about this and that, but guess what? When you go over to Africa and you see what their lives are like over there on a daily basis, what they go through just to survive, you're very grateful for what you have, and your perspective on life changes. So what I'll tell you is this, that you come back a whole different person. You come back thinking, why do I need all this stuff? You want to downsize, you want to throw things away. It really is that way. For me it was anyways. I was like, we are so spoiled over here. Okay, so the red I'm using is Tuscan red. Yeah, we are very, very spoiled. Okay, so there is a rind there, and then there'll be like white over the top of it. It's kind of like a little highlight squiggly thing. So we'll do that after. So you don't have to be really careful. If you go down and if this part gets painted, that's okay. You don't have to paint it. If you want to, if you prefer to paint it so that it's all red, go for it. You absolutely can do that. I think I'll go ahead and do that. And that way it just all slides in and it's all the same color right there. So we teach them to dream big. Okay, so some of them never even knew what it was to dream. It's like, what do you mean? They honestly, sometimes you have to pry it out of them. And it was like, okay, so what's your first goal? So is your first goal is to get a chicken, and then what? And then what? And then what? So you teach them that it is possible. Zoteca is possible. Zoteca in Chichewa it's possible. So anything is possible, right, guys? If we put our minds to it and we set goals and we do things step by step, anything is possible to achieve within reason. Okay. So, I'm just saying. So most things in life, you can set a goal and you can work towards it and you can achieve it. And just like for them, we teach them that, hey, if you do this, then you can do that. And the awesome thing about this trip is that we are going back for rechecks. So here's what a recheck is, guys. A recheck is going back to tribes that have previously been given lights and saying, how you guys doing? What have you done? How's it going? Do you have a business started? Do you have chickens? Do you have goats? Do you have pigs? It's really amazing and heartwarming to listen to people, and they are just so grateful. They are so grateful for the little solar light that we donated, that we gave to them. So solar lights, each solar light costs $50, and many of you have helped Whenever you purchase stuff through my Watts of Love website, you can round up. You can add that 13 cents, add that 9 cents, add that 85 cents. It all adds up to a lot at the end of the year. So do that. Make sure that you're rounding up and know that you're helping a family. Each solar light helps an average of 7 people. Okay. So our group, we have donated over 121,000 was the last time that I had looked, $121,000 towards solar lights for families. That's a lot of moolah. That is a lot of money, guys. Okay, so that was Tuscan Red. Now we're going to use New Leaf. I might have called it Leaf Green the other day. It's called New Leaf. Let's put some in here. And we're going to do 2 different colors on these, but we're going to base this with New Leaf, and we'll do the stripes. We'll base this with New Leaf, and we'll do the stripes. Okay, so anyways, I like to talk to you guys about Watts of Love once in a while, because we forget about it sometimes. We used to do our Watts of Love Wednesdays every Wednesday, and then it got to, honestly, it got to where I financially could not do it because it got to be so big. I probably should just do it once a month, but there were many times that I would do my little demo, and I would say, okay, it's Watts of Love Wednesday. 100% of the profit, or 100% of the proceeds, not the profit, everything goes to Watts of Love. So there were many times that we were donating $2,000 on every Wednesday. So that's how it added up in 3 years. In 3 years, do the math, it added up to over 100,000. And then the next 2 years we did another 20,000. So we kind of just coasted. We didn't really keep going at the high pace, and many of you purchased every week when I was doing the weekly Watts of Love Wednesdays. So I appreciate that, and I know they do too. I do want to start doing some things. It's just, sometimes your financial situation changes and you're not able to donate like you used to. But I do like to bring awareness, and we will be doing a Watts of Love Chalkathon. So I've done them almost every single year. I think I might have skipped 1 year when my mom died. I think I had to postpone it. And the Watts of Love Chalkathon is a day of chalking and selling and auctioning off items, and everything that's done that day, all of that money goes to Watts of Love. My goal that day, it will be in May. I've asked Sue to kind of look at her calendar, see when she's available, if she is available, on a Saturday or Sunday, anytime in May when I get back. And we will do our little chalkathon. Our goal is $5,000 during that weekend. So 5,000 is not terrible. We've done a lot more than that before. So I think that's very reasonable to do that. Okay. I need to do the little small rind there. I need to get out a small brush to do that. So let me do that. Yeah, I think it's doable. I think we can. So I will definitely highly advertise it, because the more people that we have watching, the more money we can raise for them. I don't always like bringing in new people because I don't want you guys to miss out. But what I do want to do is I want to make sure there's enough people to purchase enough for us to add up to 5,000, because I know some of you guys, your financial situation has changed and you're not able to donate like you used to. It's just life, right? It's our life. It happens sometimes. Things just change sometimes. Sometimes you have to start looking at other things. For us, I mean, we are honestly, we are focusing on my husband retiring. When he retires, I need for everything to be paid off. And the fact that that he just got a new trailer and a new Jeep, I'm working very hard to get those paid off. So things like that affect my ability to make a huge donation. I wish I could every year, but it's not always possible. So, okay, I got that. Okay, let's dry this and then we'll put second coats and then we will start doing some details. And I think this is going to go together pretty quickly, guys. I think it will. It's really cute. I'm kind of debating on just doing a little dot in the center, but they put, the person that designed this actually put little black dots and it looks super cute. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it. I guess if I absolutely hate it, I can just flip it over, right? And we can paint the other side. And you don't have to do exactly like I do. You can choose if you want to do something different. You can definitely choose to do it differently. But we're gonna get our second coats on everything, and then we'll start doing details, all of that stuff. Figure out exactly what we're gonna do. I have the blocks coming. I have so much planned, and I'm leaving. I got all my penis things traced and cut out. I hope that I can make something with each one of them. I will post them all. I'm going to post them so that you guys can purchase them, and then we'll figure out what are we doing with each one. They're just super cute. I really love the ice cream one. I'm going to make a patriotic one because I think that would be really cute to do red, white, blue ice cream type. But I was looking at going, I can't do the ice cream white because Snoopy's white. So I might just do red and blue ice cream and Snoopy's white, and then do red, white, and blue beads in between. I'm excited about it. I am. And then my military boot, that will be here tomorrow. It is arriving tomorrow. I'm so excited about that. The veterans boot. I love that idea. It is fantastic. My husband is a vet. You know, he wasn't in as long as most people, but he did serve and he worked very hard when he was in the military. He had a very hard job out on the flight deck. He worked very hard for our country. So I love that we're going to honor our veterans. Okay, white. So anyways, when I'm over there in Africa, our days will be very long. We get up very early. We grab a quick breakfast and then we hit the road. They usually will pack sandwiches. I'll have to pack my snacks to take because I can't have a sandwich, but I'll have something, of course. And then we go out and we go to the different villages. We will usually hit 3 different villages throughout the day. And one of them will be at night, which is really cool. So they're doing a night revisit, which means that we will be there. They'll be able to tell their stories, their testimonies of what it has meant to them to be able to have this. You guys, they're in tears. Okay, they're so grateful for this opportunity to rise out of poverty. They really are. You just can't imagine how life-changing it is for them to just have a simple solar light. And we take it for granted. You know, we go and we buy things and it's like, okay, well, that was $50, or I just had my dog's haircuts done today and each one of them was $100. I could have bought 4 solar lights for families for the haircuts. Not that my dogs still need haircuts, though. I can't do it myself, but you know what I mean? That we take everything for granted and we spend money without really thinking about it. They don't have money like that. They don't. They work really hard. They do grow vegetables and stuff like that. They barter. Sorry. I want to know what other jobs they do. I know they sew the skirts. So Nancy had purchased a sewing machine for one of the girls that was on their lighthouse team and had purchased it for her to start a sewing business. And I thought that was so awesome. I love that so much because guess what? We just, oh, you know what? Where am I? I'm missing something. I'm missing my seeds for, I think they're just painted on. Oh, they are. They are just painted on. Okay, so we're just gonna paint black seeds on here. Okay. I'm like, where are the seeds? Nope, we have to paint them on. That's okay. I can do that. I just think it's so cool that she did that. And when we go over there and we have to wear the skirts that they've made. So she purchases them from this person. I can't remember her name. I wish I could. I wish I could remember everything. My memory is not what it used to be. Is any of ours what it used to be? But anyways, I'm so excited to be able to go back and get another skirt. I did buy a couple of African fabric skirts from Amazon because here's the reason. I'm a little bit more wide than some of those other ladies, and when it goes to tying it around my booty, it doesn't always stay. And so when I'm in and out of the van, sometimes I'm bearing it all, and I don't want to do that. And I do have shorts on under it, but still, I don't want to be showing my booty even if I do have shorts on. So I did buy some that are actually they're elastic waist, and they're like all sewn together. And I got the cutest dress because we do have one nice dinner that we attend. I don't know when that's going to be at what point, but we have to dress up. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I have the cutest dress, and it actually, I had washed it and I hung it in the bathroom just to dry on a hanger because it said just hang dry, don't dry in the dryer, and it turned out so nice. It did not wrinkle. So that's nice. Did not. Okay. All right, let's dry all this. I think I got second coats on everything. I'm like, did I get paint on me? I felt wet. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Okay, let's dry. Let's do our details. And you scooch it back down so you can see everything. Sorry. I needed some space there. We'll do our little watermelon seeds. We'll do our rind. There's like white there. We'll do our stripes on the hat. We'll do our polka dots on the flowers. So all of our detail. This is going to be so cute. I love it. I love it. I need yellow for the center of my flowers on the Nomi. So I'll have to grab some yellow over here. Sometimes I just don't realize what all I need. At least my paint is right here so I can grab it. Okay, let me grab some yellow. Let's see, what yellow do I want? I want like a really light yellow. Do I have one in? I don't want to knock things off and have it go sliding. Let's see, what yellow does Darlene want? I would like summer squash. That's a good light yellow. Okay, it's only 2 little dots there. Oh my gosh, guys. I weighed all my suitcases again. They're still under. Can you believe it? That's always a challenge for me to, come on, I know there's a little bit in there. I just need a little bit. Come on. Hello. I can feel it. Shake, 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 shake. Oh, you know what? It's just so weird. Maybe not. Maybe it is all gone. Guys. All right, choose a different color, Darlene. Let me find a different one. Here's another summer squash that's full. Hello. Here we go. All right. Problem with that, it needed to be shook up. Okay, so I'm going to stir it first with my stylus because it had separated because it hadn't been shook. Okay, my little dots up here on my daisies. I'm kind of debating on just doing that on these and just having a little dot in the center. But they're kind of weird flowers. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna do what they did. They did black polka dots. I'm gonna do what they did. It actually looks really cute. So let me do those black polka dots and get those done. So I'm going to use the end of a paintbrush because some of the dots are bigger. So I'm going to bring this up here, and I'm just going to actually let's start with one of the big ones, and then we'll go do. Okay. So lots of little dots. I don't want great big dots on my little flowers. See what I'm doing? So I'm putting my first dot over on the big flower. And then all my little dots over there. Yeah. Oops. All right. Oh my goodness, guys. It's so weird when you're going away and you're just like, I hope I don't forget anything. There's not going to be any stores because, I mean, that's one of the biggest things is that if I get over there and I forgot something, I am just out of luck unless somebody else has it. And I made my toilet paper packets because guess what? You have to go to the bathroom when you're out and about, and it is a hole in the ground. So I'm going to share something with you guys. It's kind of funny. So we have these little funnels. It's like a pee funnel that you press up against your body, and you're able to pee basically like a boy, and you point. So you point the funnel. Okay. So it's if you ever want to know what it looks like, just look up pee funnels. Okay. It's made for out in the wilderness or in Africa when you got to pee down into the hole in the ground. So basically when we go in to the tribes and we are visiting, they will have either fenced off with brick or with wood. They'll have basically like a little shack that is a bathroom that has a piece of fabric across the front, and there's a hole in the ground, and that's it. Okay, so you move the rock that is over the hole. Okay, I'm going to do like little squiggles here. You move the, oh, actually, I think, oh yeah. So I'm just going to do little squiggles. I'm not going to do other colors on here. I probably could use, remember our little white markers that we had? I should find that. So if you have those little white markers, they'd be perfect for this. So anyways, I've been practicing. I have been practicing using the little pee funnel because guess who peed all over herself last time? I did. Because I didn't know what to do. So I'm really good now. I could probably enter a contest. Anyways, I wanted to be prepared because you have to go out there. If you hold it, you're going to get a bladder infection. And who wants to have an infection out there? Not me. I don't want to have, kidney infection, come back, have issues like that. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. I am practicing. It's not fun. It's not pretty, but at least I'm not going to pee all over myself. And on the, what was really bad was that I missed the hole, and so I peed on the dirt. And so then the next person that came in had to deal with my issue. So yeah, that is one of the hazards of going, is that you have to do that. So it's not a big deal. It really isn't. It really is not a big deal, but I just thought it was funny. Okay, I've used avocado. You could use Hauser medium green, instead of this color. I am looking to see. Okay, so I start with the second one. All right, so I was checking to see where I start. I want there to be a big enough contrast, but I don't want it to be too dark or anything like that. So I'm just going to use, this is avocado. You'll be able to see it once I have it done. You'll be able to see the stripes, but it's not going to be like really dark. Maybe it needs to be dark. It's going to be fine. And I'm going to put stripes with this onto the rind here also. And then I got to do some watermelon seeds on there. I thought they were cut out. Evidently, they're not. They're just painted on. I could cut them out, but guess what? We're just going to paint them. It's not a big deal. Look at, I painted those. So, okay, so there's that. All right, so now here's what I'm going to do. I am just going to take the rind and I'm going to just make like little hash marks, basically, like not hash, but like across like this. Okay, so here and there, I'm just going to skip and go all the way around. You know, when I have to come up with topics to talk about on my own, you never know what you're going to get. So here's the funny thing is that you know, when we went before, there was 8 of us because COVID had come along and our trip was postponed, and so we got to go with the next group because there's supposed to be 4, and then a corporate person from Talk Tour goes. Well, we had to go. We went with the next group, and one of the girls had a medical emergency. She wasn't able to go, and there was 8 of us, including our corporate person, Miss Brandy. And most of you know Brandy. She is hilarious. And she kept us talking the whole time, asking us questions. That girl can talk. She is a conversation starter. So I love that. I hope to be like that someday, to be able to just keep the conversation going. Maybe I'll be that person this time. Anyways, question after question after question, and we all just took turns answering it. And she's so funny because she would ask everybody the same question. And you know, sometimes I go on and I tell too much. And I would talk about things that maybe you wouldn't talk about with most people, but hey, we are on this long drive in this bus, and you guys you're my captive audience, so you're gonna listen to me. She's so funny because she'll say the stories that Darlene can tell. Yes, I am a storyteller, and 99% of it's true. Maybe 95% of it. You know, I really always try to tell the truth. I might embellish something sometimes, not on purpose, but maybe because in my mind that's how it was. And somebody might go, it wasn't that way. But to me it was. All right. So, okay. Now we can dry. We do have to put like a little white squiggly. I have a brush to do that. We'll put the little watermelon seeds. We'll paint those on there. I'll show you how to do that. It's not a big deal that we have to do that. It's not the end of the world, but let's dry this first because guess what? Guess who will put her hands right in it? Me. Yes, me. Because I am the queen of little mishaps like that. I think probably tomorrow during the day, I'm going to be recording off and on all day long because it takes a bit of time in between to upload. It's kind of interesting how it all works. It just, and I have to remember how to do it each time. And I always think, oh gosh, I hope that I don't mess it up and it's not there. And I do have to upload it to YouTube. And YouTube might end up getting all of them at once, like all in one day, because I won't be able to do it daily. Usually I would just do it manually when I'm on vacation, but I'm not going to be guaranteed that I'm going to have Wi-Fi at all anywhere. On the trip, we're really lucky because the airplane is basically 2/3 of the way empty. When I looked at it last night, there's a ton of empty seats. Krista and I are going to move to the back where we can have a row to ourselves. It's 3 on the left, 3 on the right, and 3 in the center. So it's a wide plane. Sometimes the center will have 4. This one has 3, 3, 3. Okay, let's do the let's do our seeds. Okay, so I need a little more black in there to dip into. And then I'm like, do I do the seeds? I'm probably going to do the seeds and then dry, and then I'll do the white part and I'll dry because it's going to be a little bit difficult. So let's start with the center seeds right here. Okay, so they're going to be like right here. There's a seed in the center. I'm going to take my stylus and I'm going to drag it. And I'm going to just get the shape of a seed. Okay, and I'm just going to fill that in. And there's a seed. I didn't have to have it cut out. Now I need to do one on each side. Okay, so this can be a little tricky because it's a little bit angled. Okay, so you want it to be a little bit angled this way. Okay, and then this one's a little bit angled the other way. So I'm probably going to come over to the other side. And I'll just go like this. And if you have to dip it back into your paint to do that, you can definitely do that. Okay, so there's that. Okay, then I'm going to have one here, and I'm going to have two over here, and then we'll dry, and then we'll do the white part, and then we'll ink everything. We'll put it all together, and it's going to be so cute. Okay, so this one's upside down. Okay, so this one goes up from the bottom, right, like that. Okay, so you're basically just drawing with your stylus. Okay, you can draw with your stylus and pull that paint. If you need to dip it again, go ahead and do that. But you don't want too much because you want it to be able to dry and not have a problem with it being too thick. Okay. All right, and then we'll dry this. I'll do the white. There's white that kind of like a squiggly, You could use a white paint marker if you want. Whatever's easiest for you. Okay, we're going to dry this. So I'm just going to keep going around in a circle until it looks like it's dry. I don't really want it to raise up. But I know that the center is still going to be wet. I can see it. It's pretty thick. So, especially that one right there. So this is Krista's first time going to Africa, so she's a little nervous, but I'm there. I'm like, I'm here for you. I will help you. Don't you worry. Don't you stress. It will all be fine. Okay, let me get a, maybe I already got one. Is this one? Yep. Here is a brush that is thicker to do like the squiggly part. I think what I want to do is I want to hold this so I can turn it. So I'm going to peel this up carefully. Don't break your little pieces off. Hopefully it's not fragile. I do see that some of the red paint went down through the center. I'm going to kind of fix it. And I did put brand new tape on here. Did you guys notice? I put brand new tape. And it's already coming up. So it stuck really good. Okay, there's some paint right here. I'm going to just wipe that off because I don't want to get my fingers in that. Okay, everything else looks good. So I'm going to just take this. I want to do a squiggly here. I want to pull towards myself. Okay, if you want to thin down your paint, you can. I'm not. I have this little brush. I am just going to do, I want it to be rather wide. And I'm just going to squiggle it back and forth. Like that. Now there is going to be a flower down here on part of that. Okay, so there we go. That's how that is. If you want to do it differently, you are welcome to do it different than that. This is just what I'm doing. I'm showing you a way to do it. Okay, so I always like to pull towards myself when I'm doing this. I feel like it just works better for me. So I will be turning the project as I need to. I will turn the project and I will keep loading my brush and just doing my little squiggle. It kind of looks like rickrack is what I look at it and go, that's kind of like rickrack. Who knows what rickrack is? You all should. We used to put rickrack on a lot of things, like on aprons, cute little aprons, some dresses, little kids' dresses. Yeah. Some people probably still use it. We've used it on crafts before. Not you and me personally, but Kara and I have used it on crafts. Okay, so now I just need to do this one here. So I'll hold it like this so I can pull towards myself. All right. You know, I am so happy that I am going to Africa knowing that Tara's not leaving. I'm so glad they made that decision already. Okay. All right. Perfect. And I know it looks really weird, but once it's all put together and everything is inked, I think you're really going to like it. The little leaves, if you want to add some other colors on the leaves, you definitely can. I think I'm going to take my other brush that was, where is that brush? I'm looking for it. Why am I not finding it? Oh, because I used a little, I know, it's because I used this. Okay, I'm just going to kind of dab. Maybe I'll put it on the paper towel first. I was going to just kind of dab some of this other color on my leaves, just really quick before I dry everything. That way I just kind of have some other coloring in there. Doesn't really have any rhyme or reason. I just thought it might be nice to have some other little color on the leaves. If you want to shade it in some way, you absolutely can do that. I do a lot of very basic painting. For many, many years, I did really, really intense shaded stuff. And I sold it and it wasn't worth it because it's like, okay, it's definitely a labor of love. But I like to teach you the basics, and then you are more than welcome to do as fancy as you want. If you're a toe painter, you know how to do that. You probably would have these looking so gorgeous, but I love to be able to paint so that everybody can do this, okay? So I always say I do the very basics so that every single one of you can do this. I don't do anything that's difficult on here. It's all very, very easy to duplicate. Okay, let's move this and let's see how these are. Those look good. Okay, let's take everything off and make sure that we got everything the right color. So let's just scooch this up and let's grab all of this. It looks good. It's going to be so cute. Okay, these guys go here and here. I don't know if they're different sizes. We're going to ink them, so it's going to look a little bit different once it's on there. Don't stress. Okay, one ant there. One ant there. Your flowers are going to go right by the leaves. Okay, there's a big flower down here, and it is scored so you can see. There's this and this. Okay, and tomorrow I get my hair done. Can you believe that? Can you believe I'm doing it the day before I leave? I can't believe I actually did that. I don't know that I was thinking straight. I think I thought that I still had some time in between because guess what? It's always stressful the day before you leave. Yeah, I will be sitting in the chair at my hairdresser's place and be thinking of all the things that I should be doing at home. Okay, we got our ants here. So cute, guys. And little flowers, okay? A flower here and a flower here. Okay, take this off. All right. Okay, let's ink it. Yep, I'm probably just going to go to bed early. Guys, I'm pretty tired, so it is 12:43. I usually stay up till 2, but I don't think it's happening tonight. I've been working my booty off. I wish literally I could be working my booty off, but yeah, I've been working so hard trying to get everything done for work. It is a lot. When I leave, no one does my job. Okay, I'm just inking the edges. Yeah. Oops. Watch out for your flowers if you're picking up a piece that has a flower on it. Yeah, nobody does my job, so when I come back, it's a huge undertaking. So I got all of my monthly billing done except for one that somebody hadn't responded back to me on. But yes, I'm very happy. That's a huge thing. If you're a bookkeeper, you know what that entails. Month-end billing is a nightmare. But I got all of my customers billed and got it all sent back over to my boss so that he can do his part. He likes to send them out with special notes to all the customers. He's the hands-on person. Sometimes the bookkeeper will send everything out, but he likes to handle all of that. And that way, if they have questions, they can direct it straight to him. But yeah, it's kind of exciting to be going and have that all done. And I'm just happy. I'm happy that it's done, because that means that tomorrow I can spend tomorrow doing other things that I really need to do around here. I'll probably be doing videos like every couple of hours throughout the day, because I need 6. I really want to have 6 of them. I want you guys to have a video for every day. I'm trying hard. Okay, I might have to get a little, I have my little thing right here, my blender thing that I'm trying not to have to use. I'm trying to just get in here with my ink pad. Okay, all right, so I think I want to go ahead and get this glued together, but I do want to do the base for this too first. So we'll do those 2 things. We'll glue the base together, and then we'll glue that together so that we can put it in the sign. And okay, gonna put that there for a second. Now, when you're gluing the base together, make sure that it actually does go together like that, because it could be that it's offset. I got the hiccups now, darn it. It might not be exactly centered. So sometimes you'll have to flip it around. I just look through there and go, darn hiccups, go away. That's so funny. Okay, so now we'll glue this together. I know where everything goes. You know, I always miss you guys when I am gone, and doing video ahead of time. Sometimes I just run out of things to say. I'm going to have to think of different subjects. So I did enter Chloe into the contest through our local Humane Society. I think it's working now. I have voted on her, but some other people weren't able to. It's on my main page. So if you want to, feel free to. It does cost money. It's $1 per vote. She currently has 300 votes and is in 2nd place. So you know, that's not bad. That's not bad. So it's a good start. It's going on until the end of August. So we still have plenty of time to do that. I just would love to have her on the calendar. It's for a calendar that they're going to do. And that way it gets it out there to more people. And the more people that see her story and know about her, the more, you know, it might just bring her home. They might go, oh, that looks a lot like the dog I have, you know, or somebody else might look at it and go, oh, my neighbor has a dog like that. So if you are able to vote, that would be amazing. But I know that we all have different financial situations, and I totally respect that for everybody. Okay, these are just going on here, so just get it how it's going to fit and be glued on there. And then the small ones go one over here, and let's see, one there, and then one over here. Okay, perfect. All right, and then we're going to set that to the side so it can kind of dry. Isn't that so cute? That I like the polka dots. I'm glad I went with the polka dots. I think they're adorable. Okay, so setting that aside so it can dry. Hopefully hopefully there's enough glue on all of those. I'm kind of feeling like I need to put a little more glue just right there. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like the area where it hit needs a little more glue. That one seems fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we just need to ink our little Nomi. And then we'll glue him together, and then we'll put this into the sign. We'll take down our Easter one because Easter's over. It's time to move on. Even though I love Easter. I love the Easter bunny. I love Jesus. it's so funny. I love spring stuff. It's just fun to have all that up. So we'll have this up there though. So we'll be going into summer soon. When I get back from my trip, I need to head up to the cabin and check it out, make sure everything's good, do my spring cleaning. Always have to clean the gutters again because even though I clean them before fall, in the fall before winter gets there, there's always a ton of pine needles and pine cones, and you never know what the squirrels stash in there. Sometimes you're surprised at how many acorns end up in the rain gutters. And I'm like, these squirrels were ready for like World War III or whatever, for the apocalypse. It's funny. It's hilarious. And there aren't that many squirrels up there. There used to be a ton. They have those great big bushy tails, and then they got sick. There was some type of a illness that went through. I don't know what it was. Some type of sickness that took out almost all of the squirrels, and we were really afraid they would never come back, and they have started to. Little by little, we're getting our squirrels back. And for me, they don't cause me any problems. I like to watch them in the trees. Some people don't like them because they can be a nuisance, but I don't care. They haven't bothered me yet. Okay, let's glue this together. I usually start at the top with the hat with Nomi's. I'm still recording. We're almost at an hour that I've sat here and talked to myself. You know, I can entertain myself pretty good. I can. It's always been that way. I'm just a little different, guys, but I love it. I love it. It's okay. You know, so I have convention coming up in June. That's going to be my next big exciting thing. So May's pretty clear for me. We come back on May 4th, and then I've got the rest of the month is pretty clear. And then, and I'm really sad because I just barely miss a craft show. Just barely. I don't get back in time to set it up. Darn it. Anyways, I don't have anything. I'm kind of looking at going, could I do a craft show in June before I go to my convention? If I can find one, because I love to do my patriotic stuff. And I still have a bunch of patriotic from last year that's boxed up out in the shed. I will be doing some sales. So know that, and I may just take this stuff up to the cabin. I'm thinking I may go up there and spend a few extra days, because I can log on for work from there. That is the great thing about my new online program for our bookkeeping, is that I can log on anywhere. I can do my job from anywhere. So, yeah. Okay. There's that. And then this little guy is going to go down here. It actually is just kind of like this. Okay, look how cute that is. Isn't it so cute? Sorry, I'm really far away on that. I should have went in closer for you guys. Super cute. Okay, let's put this in our sign. Yeah, it's pretty dry. This will sit. We'll let this sit and dry. I'm not gonna plug in my glue gun. I normally would glue on the back, but I won't on this. I'll use this glue. It can sit overnight. So I'm gonna grab this sign here. So we're gonna take out our Easter one. Okay. So I've always told you that an easy thing to do is to kind of pull this up a little bit so that you don't have to pull this over the knots. Okay. So just kind of lift it out. And then I'm going to set that to the side somewhere where it doesn't fall and break. Okay, and then we get to put this back in. Okay, sometimes it's a challenge because some of the things are in the way. Let me move this over. Let me go out a little bit. Okay, so don't worry about the knots. Kind of pull those up a little bit. So this just kind of slides in here. It goes underneath here. Remember this has a little pocket basically, and it just goes right down into there, just like that. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, guys, it's adorable. Okay, and then just pull your little thing up. Yep, just like that. Now, here's the bad thing. I can't I think I might put this up on the wall and everybody's going to see it tomorrow. And I'm just going to say it's a sneak peek. Because I'm videotaping. But isn't it so cute? That is so cute. And then this just goes in here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that and just see if anybody notices it tomorrow. They'll notice. You guys notice everything. I'll say, don't look. Coming soon. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this in here. And I usually will hot glue on the back, but guess what? I'm not going to do that tonight because I don't want to risk leaving my glue gun. I'll just add some other glue on the back. Sometimes I'll just do that. I'll just have to carry it carefully. All right. Let me put you up to myself so you can see this. It's going to be so cute. Switch to me. There we go. Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love all the colors. They are amazing. Okay, it's going to go right up here on the wall. And then we'll see tomorrow if any of you guys notice that it's there. I bet you do. Okay. All right. And this little guy is so cute. All right, I'm going to go. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. I will see you again soon. Love you guys. Bye.